one question. It keeps making me respond to the same question again.
Huh. Well, poo. Hang on just a second. There we go. Hang on just a minute. Just keep it consistent. Mine is lagging. Hold on just a minute. It's spinning. Is the only question you see words to describe STEM student qualities?
The question says, what is one word to describe what we want our CCHS STEM program to be?
I wonder why you can't see the second question.
So I joined through text. It says I've joined the session, but it doesn't have any questions.
Oh, good grief. I'm about to call it a day. Okay, so let's do this. Since that is not happening, I wonder if it's because I have two windows open there.
Maybe we could just answer the questions in the chat.
Yep, that'll be just fine. So there are, that first question was, well, the second question, words to describe STEM student qualities. I'm going to post both of them. Give me just a minute. And we can respond in the chat, and you're exactly right. I can download. It's actually 3 questions. Okay. Words to describe STEM student quality. There is our first question. And I can also go on and just create a slide as well. And we can I can type them all in there. I'm going to change it to where you guys can edit this as well. All right. So you can either post the response in the chat, or you can put it in the Google slide presentation, adding slides as we go.
So I need to remember my password.
You need a piece of paper?
No, I'm just going to put it down. My password.
All right, thank you, Kripa. We'll add. All right, and our next question is, why is STEM important? In 2 words. 2 or 3. And that should be 2, not TO. And that is slide number 6 in there as well. Oh, good one. Limitless opportunities. And I'm going to jump back up here and add these in. Creative, persistent, diligent, and curious.
Click
Good one.
register.
Yes. Oh, we both put persistent. That's me.
Huh?
I was just looking at the responses. Ooh, boundary breaking. I like it. That's a good one.
Chicken nugget. It says you to register must accept it.
Okay, so click this, and then do that. Let's see if it works. And then team building, definitely. Ignore the typo there, that was program. And the last question, what is one word we want to describe, or one word to describe what we want our STEM program to be when we think about it? Like that, team building, boundary breaking, socially, societally applicable. Peer inspiring. I like that one. And I think that last question I'm asking, if you guys have had brothers and sisters in the program in the past, you know, it started out as a very small group of students who traveled together. As the program has grown and Central has grown, it's a much larger population. And so in my opinion, I feel like we have lost a lot of that close connection with each other. And I mean, there's some good and some bad things. And so I guess, and when I'm thinking about that question, I'm just thinking about the future of our STEM program and looking back and where we are now, you know, what we want our program to be is kind of why I threw that question in there. Unified. I love that. Interesting. I totally agree. I think one of the things that, and I know this is a hard time with COVID to do this, but I feel like we have a lack of participation from our STEM student body in events and things like that. And so I want to bring that back. So I like that unified. Oh, I misspelled it. Did it go in?
Yes.
Okay.
Save.
I'm going to give you guys just a few more minutes if you want to respond. And we will use those to present once we get the officers elected, we'll take a look at these and do a mission and vision for everyone to take a look at. But this will help us with some of those words. And if you think of one as you go through, the Google slide presentation will be up and you can do that if you want to. So the next thing, we're going to see if this is a bust like the other one, ever changing. That's a good one. I think if we're not ever changing, then I think about us being stagnant, and that's not good. Obviously, the STEM world is ever changing. So you are going to attempt to click on the here. And what I would like to do next is to narrow down our all of the different ideas we had for a fall and winter event. I want to try and narrow that down to like the top 4 choices to talk to admin about. So let me know if it will open it up for you. But what you get 4 votes. I just took the list that we met last time and put them all on here. Some of them kind of ran together, so I combined them. So I would like for you to vote for your top 4. Just let me know if for some reason that's not showing up.
It seems fine to me.
Yay! It might be the first thing I've done on the internet today that has gone correctly. I wonder if it'll let me vote. I'm going to try. Oh, I think you might have. I need to download the attendance roster right quick. Give everybody just a few more minutes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on today, so I should see some more dots, I feel like, over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about it. Okay. All right, so the next slide kind of has to do a little bit when I think about our vision. So our current balance in our STEM account is a whopping $24.36. I think, and if you were in STEM Think Tank last year, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you guys sold t-shirts at the end of the year. We do have some of those green t-shirts left that I will push out. I was kind of trying to wait to see if more people came back in person before I pushed it out, but they can pick them up in the office if they want to buy them. We do have a few leftovers. So I was just trying to think about things that we could do to fundraise. At the end of the day, we can spend our money on things for STEM events, prizes and things like that through the school. One of the ideas I had thought about in the back of my mind, Mr. Shu had gotten all of the staff these really nice central masks that we're wearing. It's actually my favorite one, the way it's made. He kind of referred to it as the Cadillac of mask. So I think they were kind of expensive, but I thought we could sell masks, STEM student mask. But I also wanted to see if you guys had any ideas of things during this crazy time that we could do to fundraise money for our STEM program. I know that's like a weird thing for me just to spring on you, but anything out there that you guys could think of? I thought about lanyards. You know, I see people, I have like 2 of the mask lanyards. So when you take your mask down, it just falls around your neck. I know that may be more of a, not everybody may be into that, but.
Hand sanitizers.
Oh, okay. Good one. I would love to do a really cool STEM t-shirt, like with a really cool graphic to sell. I am not great at t-shirt graphics, will not lie, but I think if we could come up with a really visually appealing t-shirt and have like a an example to hang up or to show, I really do feel like we could make some money on t-shirts, but I want like something really cool graphic wise that people would want to buy and wear. But the t-shirt thing, the short sleeve, long sleeve t-shirt thing did not go super great at the end of last year either. Let me check the chat. Some people may be posting in the chat. Ooh, a COVID central pack. I like that. That's a good idea. Good one. Cool. Anybody else? Keychains, that's a good one. And really cool. Or even just like a neck lanyard. I think it would be cool to have like a STEM store, so like a website or something designed where all of these items are offered and students could order them online. I don't know, that was my vision, so that we weren't just doing like a one-time order kind of deal. They could go on there, especially as freshmen are coming into the program and they want to start building up their swag. We could offer all of these things on some type of website. I think that would be really cool. Again, just an idea that I've been marinating on.
Maybe you can do like a thing like people can submit T-shirt designs on a certain website, and then you can like make people vote on them, or like insert certain or like integrate certain parts from each.
So almost like a T-shirt design contest where they were submit their graphic and we could pull from all of them. Am I thinking about that correctly?
Yeah, that's what we did like last year for one event.
I was trying to think in this virtual world too, like we ordered new Chromebook cases. We're replacing, I don't know, if you're a sophomore, junior, or a senior, you know that the old Chromebook cases were super nasty. And I told Mr. Shu I was ready just to like chunk them all because they couldn't be washed really easily. And so we actually purchased with STEM money, not as a fundraiser, new Chromebook cases for all of our freshmen. We didn't give them out this year simply because of COVID and taking them back and forth. So they're just boxed up right now. But I was trying to think of things too that you guys, and you will know this better than me, that you could use virtually, like a Chromebook case or like a hardcover. I don't know. I was trying to think of, you can't put stickers on your Chromebooks, but I don't know. I was just trying to think of things. A magnet? I don't think you could put a magnet on your Chromebook though.
I meant like
Could
on a fridge or something.
Oh, like a fridge magnet or something?
Or maybe like a sack bag.
I don't know. Anybody else have any good ideas floating around out there? You guys are quiet today. All right. So we've got some ideas marinating. The next meeting, that last slide there. So here's kind of what I'm thinking, and this is flexible. I'm flexible if you guys want to change this. For our whole group to be November 20th. I know that sounds a while away, but what I would like to do is between now and then get our officers voted on, get all of that rolled out so that I would have time to meet with those officers first before that next meeting. So right now it's scheduled for Friday, November 20th at 12 for this group again. And in between that, I will roll out the ballot and all of that good stuff. And we will meet with that executive board before then. Does that sound okay to everybody? You guys are so quiet.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
And we email all the requirements to you, right?
Yes, that would be great. Does anyone else have anything else floating around, marinating? I know one of the things I want to eventually talk about is our grade level PBLs. If you have been in STEM before, last year it didn't get rolled off to a great start, again, because of COVID. But typically we do grade level PBLs in homerooms. And we don't have homerooms right now, like homeroom meeting times. I honestly don't know that we'll have homeroom meeting times at all this year. So I'm meeting with the STEM teachers coming up in a couple weeks to talk about how we can roll that out. But anything you guys can think of for the good of STEM that I could bring up to the group before we leave?
I think like you should just focus on the focus should be on like freshmen or people who like don't know much about think tank and Central Cabarrus this year because of they weren't able to actually see it physically because of COVID. So all these things should be like mostly be focused on them because like all the other grades, they kind of have an idea of what it is, but the freshmen don't.
I completely agree with that. I hate it for them because I feel like they haven't gotten to see much in action yet. I like that idea.
For like next year, can we work on like a STEM freshman orientation type thing since they don't have like regular freshman orientation anymore?
I like that. I know we have rolled out our program choice applications. Actually, Central STEM has got some of the most applications. I think we're up to like 63 applicants. So if you don't know what that means, like all of our 8th graders that are applying for program choice, we monitor like our numbers coming in, and we will be hosting like a acceptance night. I think what I'm thinking about doing is a drive-in, since we can't do it in person, like in the building. Thinking about doing like this drive-in vibe. So if you guys have also, as we move through the next couple of months, we'll be talking about what we can do to welcome them to our program, because that night will be their first experience for Central STEM. And even though we are under COVID, I want them to be excited and get that same feel that we had last year. We had the band and the cheerleaders. So be marinating on ways we can bring that hype to that group as well. But that's a good idea. Anybody else? Anything for the good of the group?
You can also like just like as part of the freshman orientation for like next year, you could just like introduce all the different clubs, and maybe like the clubs themselves could like have like they present themselves in some way as like a club choice thing to help kids just like understand what there is in Central Cabarrus.
That's a really good idea, because I don't feel like we had that this year.
To build off of that, it's going off of the drive I was saying, because like the campus is pretty large, so you could have like a station at like each part of the campus, like one by the football field, one by the track, and then like as you're driving by, you can just see like their demonstrations. So that way they're still socially distancing, but you have like all of those events and examples there.
I like that. I like that a lot. Anybody else? Those are all really good ideas. I do feel like we need to get on it with clubs. I know this year there's not a lot of clubs offered, but almost like a club choice kind of idea where the club would record like a bio of what they are and what they do and how to join kind of thing. I like that idea. That would be like an easy Google site to put together. I like that idea. Anybody else? All right. Well, that's all that I have. I will be in touch with you guys. I sent out the Remind link. I made a Think Tank Remind group. If you didn't get that, just check your email. Shoot me an email if you didn't. Some of your emails are bouncing back to me for weird reasons that I'm trying to fix with Mr. Vincent. But just let me know. If not, I hope you guys have a good weekend.
You too. Bye, Miss Kelly.
Bye.
Bye, guys.